Welcome to Superchat. If you are on your way towards 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is the J Jordan, and this is somebody who's been with Superchat for a little while now, an incredibly supportive creator, not only here, but outside as well. They recently experienced a glitch, and it was interesting because what can happen occasionally is you'll have somebody reach out to you, usually on another social network, or they'll talk to a mod or something like that, and they'll say, you know, my messages can't be seen. Have I been banned or blocked from a channel? And a lot of times that's not the case. We've seen this over and over and over again with different creators. The biggest thing that we've learned over the last year or so is that if the person having trouble coming into your chat resets their entire device, whether it's a computer or a phone, that often fixes the problem right away. If that's not the case, there is a section in your settings where you add your moderators or banned words or actually block channels. There's a section there called approved users, and YouTube right now is expanding the use of that area, but you can put a creator like the J Jordan into your approved users, and then sure enough they're back in the chat. So it's great to have you back. For anybody that ever watches, if you do have trouble coming in, you're gonna know whether you're banned or not. So if you're not, then please reach out to me on Instagram or somewhere else. We don't ban a lot of channels. We're very lucky not to have to. But if you can't get in, you just let me know on another social network. For anybody trying to reach out on Instagram, I'm not going to answer the phone or anything like that while I'm live streaming. Usually what I do is I just leave open a chat for the moderators. I'm very much off of the social networks while we're streaming, and I'm just getting myself set up right now. So the J Jordan brings us fitness, and actually if you can catch this creator, you'll find all three types of content. It's mostly shorts and live streams, but they are literally working out, showing us some really easy things we can do around the home. As a matter of fact, push-ups are a big thing here. They're often doing some cardio, always motivating and able to keep up with the chat at the same time, which is kind of cool. I've been lucky to catch the J Jordan many times, and hopefully you will too. So they've got 671 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 700 that they're thinking about. Garden State Gardener just dropped a super chat on us, and then as well I see that the Gaming Ham and Crocheting with Leanne have done the same thing. All of those creators have done that countless times. So what we're going to do is get those channels up onto the screen right before I start spinning the wheel, after we've looked at the J Jordan's channel for another few minutes after I do the introductions and things like that. Now the wheel and the screen are open to everybody, especially for anybody that's brand new and hasn't seen this before. After a little while, I'll go through my chat list and start adding names. It's always based on who's been most active in the chat, as opposed to how long you've been here. And I've got a robot that keeps statistics and helps out with that. That's Bottissimo. You see giving those friendly introductions in the chat as well. Garden State Gardener, the Gaming Ham, Crocheting with Leanne. I'm just getting a little list for myself set up here under the wheel, but I've also, I see that Runneth Over Garden and Life is in the house. Two of the most supportive creators that I have met in my 5 years on YouTube are Scratch and PPA and Michael's Adventures. You'll hear me talk about both of these creators frequently here in Superchat, even outside of talking about their channels, because the generosity that I've seen in both of them, similarly and differently, it goes way beyond the things we typically talk about here. So they're both on the wheel, and Michael's Adventures is going to have a premiere for us tomorrow. Today after Superchat, we're going to go and look at Emotion for a Tiny Desk concert, which will likely be a compilation of their original works. And then here, FSD, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Our moderators knock out any messages that are self-promoting. The Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, it's good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Let me get you ready on the wheel as well. I've got lots of names on there. And I will do some more introductions in a moment. It takes a while for me to get through the beginning of the live stream for anybody that's brand new, but if you can hang with us for a few minutes, the truth is that the magic really happens in the chat here. That's why it's called Tuber Chat, not Tuber Guy or Tuber, you know, man or Tuber whatever. It's Tuber Chat because that's where everybody gets to meet each other, and that's where you're really going to find benefit for the time you spend here. I'm just here to put channels on the screen so that we can get to know them a little bit. But if you are patient, connect with each other one by one in the chat and follow the instructions in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel, if that's what you would like. And then once in a while, we're able to get into tidbits of general knowledge when it comes to the YouTube algorithm or social media or the psychology behind it, or different literal things you can do to help your channel and videos, like featuring channels, dressing up your front page, and collaborating with others and things like that. So well, again, we're looking at the Jay Jordan, and this creator is incredibly supportive, not only here in Tuber Chat but outside. I see them supporting others on their channel. They're always motivating, usually with fitness, but just about everything that they talk about is motivating or inspirational. So I hope you'll enjoy that. And like I said, we'd love to push them towards the 700 that they're thinking about. So I've got quite a few names on the wheel, like I was talking about. Don Ray B is on there already. Kid Wonder, who's been with Tuber Chat from the very beginning and beyond, is here. Runneth Over Garden and Life, like I mentioned. Rich Cat Ranch and the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch both are here. Good Times Homestead, of course, is Jen and Steve. And then Lexo Motorsports is one of our newest members, so thank you for being here. I see we've got a lot more channels in the chat. All that fluff and stuff is here from Australia. African Dreamin' might be here for the first time, so it's good to see you in the house. And then I thought we had another channel or two that were brand new, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. Ace Flaw 1 is here, another creator I've been connected to for almost 3 years. Crime Time Wine Time is a name change for what we knew as Sunday Night Crime Time. Let me just get that onto the wheel because they happen to be a member. And that is the second channel from Cassie of Oracles and Beyond and her friend Molly. Crime Time Wine Time sounds like a interesting combination. I'm sure it will be well received. And then Free Handley Made AU is a long time dear friend of Tuber Chat, somebody who's incredibly supportive. Life at the Logans, always good to see you in the house. Nita VR Designs is back. Salvin's Kitchen is another creator we've been seeing frequently. Spike, who's been a long time friend of Tuber Chat, as has Sparkle's Hope Chest. Sister Winnie gives us a lot of support both here in Tuber Chat and on our copyright-free music channel. For anybody that hasn't already seen it, all the same music that you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that you can use in your videos and live streams. It's available on all major music platforms, and we have a virtual 24-hour live stream running over there where you can meet more friends and family members the same way that we do here, and we have link drops over there as well. Trina's Motivation is in the house. Gloria's Platter just walked in, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Cool Gamer, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Lenny the Lawyer Live is another new member, but a long-time friend. And hopefully he's not going to check in with me if I've learned very much about those Sony cameras we were talking about last week, because he's not going to get the answer that he'll be looking for, I'll tell you that right now. Life with Mountain Folk is in the house. Let's see what they've got going on their channel. When we get them up, I've got them on the wheel right now. And Buddha of Destiny Namaste is another longtime friend of Tuber Chat. Free Handley Made AU, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. I've caught them many times actually over the last several months in live streams, but they're incredibly supportive as well. You'll often bounce in between premieres and live streams yourself and run into them supporting others. I'm always happy to see that. Pittsburgh Artist Studio is here. And for anybody that is new, we are usually here for 2 to 2.5 hours. So there's plenty of time to put lots of channels on the screen. I know not everybody could be here every day, or certainly not for 2.5 hours every time it's convenient for me to stream, but I do appreciate every moment that everybody is here. And we will get as many channels on the screen as we can before we go over to Emotion for his Tiny Desk concert. Mr. Naz is in the house, responsible for naming our Wheel of Doom. I owe them a favor because they actually put my personal channel on their featured list, and I haven't returned the favor yet, but I absolutely do. Featuring channels on your front page is a great way to collaborate with other creators and get a friendship started. I recommend it for everybody, and we'll talk about that more when we see a few of those. So again, our featured channel for today is the J. Jordan. We feature a different channel every single day based on impact and generosity that I see within our community and outside. We feature them across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos. As you have seen, we do that so that you can literally meet hundreds of loyal and dedicated supporters, even when we're not live streaming. Letty Lawyer Live is asking, how many keywords can you use in a video when you wake it without being in trouble for keyword spamming? In other words, using words in video. So basically what they want you to do is, so I recommend, and most creators will recommend, filling out the entire area. I believe they give you 500 characters. In the tags area specifically, you separate your tags with commas so you can use multiple words. So, you know, in the case of Tuber Chat, I might use something like small YouTubers, I might use new YouTuber, I might use them both in plural, both as one word, both as separate words, both with, I might just simply use NewTubers, I might use YouTubers as a word. And that's just an example, but you really want to fill out that area. What YouTube is trying to discourage is keyword stuffing, they call it. And what that means is taking the same keywords that you use in the tags area and then just pasting them into your description, or having a description that doesn't really make sense and is not readable and just has a cloud of tags somewhere within, usually at the bottom of it. So they want to discourage that. But I recommend filling it out. If you can use the keywords that you expect to rank for and make them fit into your description in a conversational way, that's the ideal method for getting ranking in the YouTube recommendation algorithm. And what I mean by that is that if you wanted to use the keyword grow your channel, right? I know that's not appropriate to most creators, but if you did, you might want to have a title that says how to grow your channel using the following, this, that, the other thing, right? That way you're using the specific keywords that are in your tags, in your title, and then again in your description, where you might write something more conversational like, if you're looking to grow your channel, then we have lots of ways to help you do that, right? And that's just an example. I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just saying that's kind of the idea behind it. So you want to keep that in mind. Hopefully you find that helpful. And again, one of these days, hopefully very soon actually, I hope to finally get into making some videos that will be more helpful for everybody, and will literally go through every step involved in making a video and doing all you can to get it to fly through the algorithm. Mr. Naz, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. Mr. Naz is a dear friend to Tuber Chat. They've been with us from almost the beginning. They are responsible for naming the Wheel of Doom. I know they're not looking to be put on the wheel themselves. They're just here to support, but I really do appreciate that. So let's get into our super chatters. We've got Garden State Gardener coming up. The Gaming Ham will be next. Crocheting with Leanne and Freehandly Made AU have all done the same thing, along with Mr. Naz. And I really do appreciate all that generous support to get us started. Garden State Gardener is a very much loved and well-respected creator. I describe them regularly as somebody who makes everybody feel very included in their community. I'm not talking about the word inclusion or inclusive. It's a different thing. What I mean here is that when you get to Garden State Gardener and start to get to know Joe, the host behind the channel, you will immediately feel like you are truly a part of a community that expands far beyond the Garden State Gardener homesteading channel. Now, he does tons of variety on this channel, so while he engages in a lot of homesteading activities, we actually see tons of shout out videos, literally tons of them. He's done at least 3 for Tuber Chat already. You see a lot of familiar faces on the front page. He's posting every day. There's actually the Stock Explorer. There's Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Lots of familiar faces here. He does product reviews. He does updates about his own channel, and he is very much known for the Sunday Fun Day live stream, and there's a registration video that comes out for that. And let me just see, I thought I saw it today or yesterday. Am I mistaken? He puts out a special registration video. I just watched this. That's fine. Maybe I missed. Oh, here it is. Yes. Okay, it's the first one. Or am I mistaken here? We'll have to look at this for a quick second here. I think this is it. Yeah. So for Sunday Fun Day, you'll want to get into these registration videos. Lenny the Lawyer Live. Forgive me. Scratch and PPA picked up on a mistake, of course. I've got you on our wheel, or on our, you're already on the wheel. I've got you on our list for being put up on the screen right after Freehandly made a U. Lenny the Lawyer Live dropped a super chat. He's done that countless times as well, and always provokes very interesting and helpful conversation here in the live streams. African Dreamin' is brand new to Tuber Chat, I believe. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that, but they've dropped a super chat on us as well. And so we'll get their channel up right after Lenny the Lawyer Live. I promise you I make as many mistakes as anybody all week long. I've been trying to post something and putting it on the wrong Instagram account, and even up to today I can't figure out how on earth that mistake was made. You can see that my green screen, I'm missing half an arm here. My arm is okay, I assure you, but the green screen doesn't agree. Unidentified S4, good to see you here. I see Frostball Collects in the house as well. Pardon me, we're so far behind I don't even know what we're ever going to do. Unidentified S4. I can't type either. Unidentified S4 is in the house. They happen to be a member, so I gotta get them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Frostball Collects is also a member. They bring us numismatic collectible coins. So I've got them on the wheel as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So Garden State Gardener is officially on the road to 2K as well. So I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. He is fully monetized. So there's lots of ways to support Joe when we get there, including super chats and memberships on his channel. The Gaming Ham is an interesting name, and that's because this particular creator is an advocate for the ham radio community as well as an avid gamer. So the name The Gaming Ham is a really clever way to fuse those two interests. He's now gotten into some 3D printing in his videos as well. Oh, that's really interesting, actually, Lenny the Lawyer Live. Thank you for mentioning that, and specifically something that they might test out in Canada by the look of it. I'm going to have to look that up, to be honest with you. You're letting me know that for the first time. And I really do appreciate that. This is a part of what I mean when I talk here in Tuber Chat, for those of you who are here often, about the idea of learning from creators of all sizes all the time, every single day, literally. You know, I've been on YouTube for 5.5 years now, but I continue to learn, and I'm certainly not going to catch everything first. Nobody really can, right? But Lenny the Lawyer Live is bringing something to our attention, which is a really big deal. So if I understand what he's saying correctly, there are sites out there, websites like Udemy and things like that, and a lot of creators will make a course in things that they might be very knowledgeable about. So for instance, a lot of our homesteading friends could teach people how to cook and can. They could teach people how to garden. They could teach people how to raise livestock and things like that. In the case of Lenny the Lawyer Live, of course, he could build a course around legal information. I'm sure there's lots of different things people could do. And previously, what we'd have to do is make a course on another website to sell to people, basically, but then you could possibly promote that on YouTube by making bite-sized information that directs people over to the course. So you teach a little bit here, and then you say, if you want to see the full lesson, go over to my course. And they sell it for $10 or $100 or $1,000 or whatever it's going to be. If YouTube's going to allow the selling of those directly, that's because they've really clued into the idea that so many creators are out there literally making hundreds of thousands of dollars and possibly more selling courses on outside websites and just promoting them on YouTube. Now they'll bring it inside. That'll be really cool. I'm always good, AceFlow1. Thank you for asking. Forgive me for everything I miss in the chat. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see that I missed, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open, hopefully catch it the next time around. Child, please, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for anybody that I've missed, and if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I don't know if I specifically said hello to Coach Sherry, but I did put her on the wheel a while ago when I saw her come in. She's a longtime friend of Tuber Chat, and as you can see, has been a member, an official member, for over 2 years. Crocheting with Leanne is here with almost 2,400 subscribers. This is a creator who is growing rapidly, and rightfully so, because she's a kind-hearted creator who's incredibly supportive. She's extremely supportive of even myself and all of my channels here, but you see her out supporting other creators constantly, both off of her own channel and inside her own content. So she's recently got into some interviews, and she's already gotten to interview a couple of interesting YouTubers. And then as well, we're in talks to hopefully do an interview within the next couple of weeks. She also does a lot of crochet on her channel, as you would expect. It's Crocheting with Leanne. But she typically does scarf, shawls, blankets, ponchos, graphgans, and then writes patterns for other people to be able to take inspiration from that as well. And she's doing a similar type of growth stream occasionally now, like what we do here in Tuber Chat, where you can meet more friends and family members over there if you'd like to. Sheena's Key to War Life, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. And then if anybody has not already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Freehandly Made AU is coming up next, but thank you again for the Super Chat, Crocheting with Leanne and Freehandly Made AU. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Naz, Lenny the Lawyer Live, as well as the Gaming Ham and Garden State Gardener. I really do appreciate all of that extra generosity to get us moving today. Let's get Freehandly Made AU up here. And we see that Crocheting with Leanne is fully monetized, so we could support her when we get there. When we look at Freehandly Made AU, they are likely going to be very soon, because Freehandly Made AU is somebody that actually I've been friends with for quite some time, but we can see that they're already at almost 1,500 subscribers. I can see them behind. I'm just going to take another video from you like I did with Crocheting with Leanne there and add it into a special list that I have just called Catch Up, and that's just so I can keep caught up with creators, make sure I don't fall too far behind. And then Mr. Naz always has funny things to say in the chat. Just Jason Keto, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Mr. Naz still in the house. TWTTV is the creator behind 2 different channels. We'll look at both of those when we get them up here. They're longtime friends and fully monetized on TWTTV as well. Freehandly Made AU is somebody who will collaborate with other creators, but somebody who's a dynamic host, does a lot of live streaming on their channel. I'm just looking for some shorts. Yeah, lots of shorts it looks like as well. And hopefully, yes, I see some of those are starting to pick up some activity as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. This is what we meant when we were talking about featured channels earlier. So when you feature channels on your front page this way, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature you in return, you can imagine the impact that that will have on the algorithm and your audiences to see your channel featured on so many other creators' front pages, if that makes sense. And then I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. It's a great way to trade favors and get a friendship started with another creator. That is where the strong and solid foundation for our channels really comes from. And then if you have featured Tuber Chat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. Johnny Jim, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Let me have a look at Lenny the Lawyer live next, but Free Handley Made AU, thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Actually, forgive me, Lenny, let me go back to Free Handley Made AU just for a second. I just want to see what they're doing on their About page. So they talk about autism faith-based channel. I usually end up running into Free Handley Made AU either here or elsewhere, just having general conversation more than anything else. A lot of channel updates and things like that, but they're always engaging with the chat. And then of course there's Life in Montana and gardening. They do quilting, crochet, and other crafty projects. And then a lot of other autism education and awareness, and some other things like devotionals. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that variety. Now let's go over to Lenny the Lawyer live and see what he's got going on. And thank you one more time especially for bringing that new update to our attention, because I had not seen that yet, and that's great news. So it's wonderful when we can share interesting conversation like that, or especially when it comes to things that can help our YouTube channels or our YouTube journeys, so that we can all make better decisions for everything that we're doing here, including myself. So I appreciate it greatly. Come Hither with Heather is in the house. Good to see you in the house. Just Jason Keto, I wasn't sure, but you're here for the first time, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. It took me a minute, but I did get the Stock Explorer onto our Wheel of Doom. They are part of our moderator squad. Lord Texas Boy Gaming is here. I'm gonna have to get everybody to pardon me just for a few minutes. We're gonna be right back, and when we are, we're gonna talk about Lenny the Lawyer live. All right, we're back. I see a few more channels came in, so forgive me for anybody that I'm missing. Lord Texas Boy Gaming is one of our newest members. I've got them on the wheel. VS Speaks Royally is in the house. Good to see you here. Odom's Homestead is here, and She Stole My Thunder, I think, is in the house as well. I saw somebody saying hello. Our moderators might knock out a few more messages than are necessary, but that's I keep things way too tight. I've learned, you know, sometimes you watch television shows. It's the best example I can come up with is sometimes you watch reality television shows or something, for those of you who enjoy those, and you might see somebody at the end of a season, or, you know, if they get kicked out of one of these shows or something, they might say, well, I've learned a lot about myself. And, you know, sometimes you have to wonder to yourself, okay, did you learn anything? Like, what did you learn, right? And, you know, it's a wonderful thing to try to continue to learn about yourself and look at the things that you might be doing that could not hurt or worse if they were to change, and I tend to be way too reserved, way too conservative in the way that I present myself online a lot of times and things like that. But I think it's funny. Mr. Naz always has comedic things to say in the chat and makes me laugh, but our moderators know that I keep things tight, and I really do appreciate that. You know, it's something else as well when you think about the idea of having moderators on your channel. You know, it's wonderful that you will be able to find generous people who will be able to volunteer their time. And I'm sure anybody that wants to will eventually be a moderator on different channels of different types at some point as you build friendships with other creators and things like that. But the other thing that we keep in mind, or that we can keep in mind and we don't talk about very often, is the idea that when people are moderators on so many other channels, like Scratch and PPA must be a moderator on hundreds of channels by now, keeping in mind all the different ways that the different hosts want things run, who wants you to say what, where's the line in the sand on what you remove and don't remove from the chat and things like that. It's a lot on somebody's plate. So just another shout out for our moderators, because I really do appreciate everything that they do. All of our moderators here are dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time. They all have channels of their own. They all do different things. They have one thing in common, is their generosity goes far beyond anything that I can describe here in Tuber Chat, and they will allow you to meet more friends and family members on their channels during premieres and live streams as well. So Lenny the Lawyer Live is up here right now. This is an incredibly generous creator in many different ways. They did drop a super chat on us earlier. They've done that countless times. But Lenny the Lawyer Live always provokes very helpful conversation in the chat. And what I mean by that is today, for instance, he brought us an update. But earlier in the stream, we also noticed that he gave us a chance to talk about tags and how we can maximize the impact of those and use them correctly. Even though here in Tuber Chat I only get into bite-sized information about that, at least we're able to talk about it a little bit, right? I don't expect anybody to take notes and things like that. Like I said, I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. I try to be transparent about what I have and have not done in my 5 years on YouTube. The idea is just for us to share our knowledge together. And it's not that you want it, I want everybody hopefully to take it with a grain of salt, right? There's a lot of information out there. Tons of it is conflicting, even from sources you trust. So the idea is that I just want everybody to take what we discuss here, or what you feel like you learn, or what you're able to share with others, add it to what you already know and what you're going to continue to learn, so that you can make the best decision for your own channels. In a lot of cases, there are not necessarily answers that are true for everyone. There's a lot of uniqueness when we talk about our channels and our content. My flock is everywhere. Good to see you here. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. So we're looking at Lenny the Lawyer Live right now because he dropped a super chat earlier, but he also happens to be a member, and I really appreciate that generosity. He's got a few channels actually, and what he seeks to do is bring us legal information in his content. What that means is that you will be able to learn about the different aspects of law in many different categories. There's a big difference between legal information and legal advice. Now, my understanding, although I'm no authority, of course, is that legal advice is given when you are in the presence of a lawyer, and they will likely let you know whether they're talking basically on the record, off the record, if you're talking to a lawyer. But Lenny the Lawyer Live seeks to bring us legal information. I believe everybody in their lifetime, much like finance, is going to have to deal with some form of legal information, probably many forms of legal information. So Lenny the Lawyer Live wants to bring us a lot of popular topics, and he's got, like I said, a couple of different channels and is building a large catalog of videos for that purpose. So Lenny the Lawyer Live is where we know him best, but I'm also going to show you Boyer Coffee Enterprises, where you can find a little bit more content from this same creator. And then as well, he's got a third channel, My Smart Jewish Lawyer, where we can get even more legal information from Lenny. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that and support this creator on all of these channels. He's incredibly and generously supportive here in Tuber Chat. Emotion, I think I didn't put you on the wheel actually. When I look for that channel, I search for Emotion New Soul, because New Soul R&B music is what we're going to find when we get to that channel. We're going to get a good look at it today twice, because we'll see it here when his name comes up from the wheel, as well as after the stream when we go over there for a compilation of his original works. He is a talented singer and songwriter. African Dreamin' is here for the first time, but they dropped a super chat on us, and I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And hopefully everybody will give them a warm welcome into the Tuber Chat family. They've already got almost 1,200 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit closer to that milestone. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take your latest video, put it in my watch later list, and what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, I'll watch your video in full, I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on. That should make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And if I am not here on Friday, we try to make it up another day in the week. We did a surprise late night Thursday live stream this week. John H. Shelton is in the house. Unstable TV Shorts is here, the second channel from one of our favorite Irish couples, and Andre Southgate is here as well. It's good to see you. So Emotion, yes, is going to be a live concert actually when we go and visit his channel today. Sometimes when we visit Emotion for a live stream, or a premiere, you can find a compilation of his original works that are pre-mixed, right? Today he's going to do a live concert for us, which will be really, really cool, and that will come up in just over an hour and a half from now. So African Dreamin', hopefully everybody will connect with them like I was talking about. Thank you again to all of our super chatters. I really do appreciate all of that extra generous support today. Garden State Gardener, The Gaming Ham, Crocheting with Leanne Freehandly Made AU, Lenny the Lawyer Live along with Mr. Naz and African Dreamin'. Next up is Come Hither with Heather from Australia, and they happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel right away. I've got quite a list, but when we get that work down a little bit, I'm going to get some more names onto our chat wheel from our chat list. So Come Hither with Heather is a longtime generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Oh, and there's Mitchell and Dahl. I think they're from Australia too. I don't know why it took me so long to catch that. I think you've mentioned it a few times. Emotion's been a member for almost 2 years. My dear goodness, he also happens to be a moderator and a gold member here. So we see his link drop by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, and we see his channel and the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. He actually sniped the stream boss position with that highlighted milestone message. That's the video game life meter under my camera there. Every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to take it out gets some extra exposure for a little while, as you can see. And then thank you, Mr. Naz. Pardon me. And then yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I certainly don't mean to. Come Hither with Heather brings us a lot of paranormal investigations, but also explorations of abandoned locations. Now, these are different things, right? To explore an abandoned location, we have quite a few channels that do that, but we still group them into the paranormal category of channels, if that's fair, or niche, if you want to call it that. I want to know, good to see you in the chat, by the way. And it's interesting to see the difference, but yet combination of these types of videos when they're put together in a channel like Come Hither with Heather, because they're so closely related, right? Explorations of abandoned locations can happen in the day or the night, whereas paranormal investigations typically happen in the dark. Nessie Ambao, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Mitchy Boo is the second channel from Mitchell and Doll. So Come Hither with Heather is approaching 700 subscribers now. They've actually got a live stream coming up with free tarot readings. They do a lot more variety on their channel in between all of the paranormal investigations and explorations of abandoned locations as well. They've done shout out videos, they've done a lot of live streaming, and then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and seeing what I'm talking about. I'm just going to take your latest abandoned farmhouse video, put that in my catch-up list, and I'm going to head over to Werner's Adventures for a second. These two creators are partners. They're both on the road to 700 now, and Werner's Adventures will give us more explorations of abandoned locations as well. So I see Mitchy Boo is dropping a super chat on us. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, I'm going to put their channel up right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel right afterwards. Now I'm not coughing, I just am having trouble clearing my throat. I gotta drink more, I think. The Hillbilly Chicken Ranch, thank you for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. I had already had them on the wheel. I'll just move it around here a little bit because they happen to be a member. But we'll look at their channel next before I spin the wheel, actually. And thank you, Sparkles Hope Chest. Cliff Hefner, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then if anybody would like to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Mitchy Boo has 3,700 subscribers. Now, it's interesting because I often say of channels of this size that there must be much to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they must have already gone through in their YouTube journey. And you will see that they've got another channel that's moving along nicely as well. So here they're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, and what you're going to find is a combination of delicious looking content and vlogging and other adventures and things like that. A lot of shorts on this channel as well, so hopefully you'll enjoy those. And when we look at Mitchell and Doll, we see the same creator bringing us a second channel with 2,400 subscribers right now, some more shorts there, and a lot more variety on this channel. Actually, the cooking videos are pretty much reserved for Mitchy Boo, but you'll find just about everything over here. So I've just taken the latest video from each channel, put it in my catch-up list. That will help me to stay caught up. So thank you again for your super chat. I really do appreciate that. That creator's done that many times. That's Mitchy Boo and Mitchell and Doll together. Next up is the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. For the same reason, Weave's World, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I haven't been over there in a while, but I have seen Weave's World out actually supporting other creators. I've run into them a couple times over the last week, bouncing in between premieres and live streams. So the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is up with 682 subscribers, and these creators are a couple of empty nesters living on an 1.5 acre wide or an acre and a half homestead in western Tennessee. They raise chickens, turkeys, and ducks, and on their channel you're going to find videos that include everything from gardening to canning to arts and crafts, devotionals, thrifty fun, and a lot more. So I'm just going to take their latest video. It's a how-to video. Oh no, sorry, it's not how. It's a let's name the pumpkin shelf. So I want to see what their pumpkin shelf is first of all, and then how to name it. You know, so I live in southern Ontario, Canada, close to Niagara Falls. I'm about an hour and a half away from the outskirts of Toronto. And when you start to travel not too far north, only about 20 minutes, you start getting into some farms and things like that. They're all over Ontario. And I had to go by a place the other day, just driving by, but I noticed a sign outside, and they must have had a couple of hundred pumpkins out ready to be bought, and they just put them like literally right out on the ground. You can go out there and kind of pick, and they were $2 Canadian. That probably works out to $1.60 American, $1.50 American, something like that right now. And I don't know if that seems to everybody else like an unbelievably low price. They're not huge pumpkins. These are small ones, something you might be able to put on a porch or something if you were going to carve it out and, you know, take the insides out and things like that. But I found it interesting. I was like, are pumpkins really, like, because I haven't purchased one myself in a very long time. Because if we were to do it here, Kristen would probably do it. If I was to do it at my parents' places or any of that, they might take care of that. But I thought $2 was a very low amount of money for something like that. Anyway, the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch is up right now. Hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. And like I said, they've got a lot of variety on their channel. Lots of familiar faces. There's Gloria's Platter. She'll be willing to swap playlists, by the way. If anybody in the house would like to swap playlists with other creators, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then thank you, Mr. Naz, for yet another super chat. He's done that countless times. I actually joined Mr. Naz for a conversation on another channel during an interview about a year ago, maybe a little bit longer. So let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. I think it's time for us to spin the wheel. We'll get that done. We already took a break earlier. We usually do it around now, but we'll wait a little while again. Hilda DC's in the house. I've got her on our Wheel of Doom. She is a beloved and dedicated moderator, and I did see John H. Shelton come in. I'm not sure if I actually welcomed him. He was here with Mr. Shelton TV. John H. Shelton comes to us from the UK, and he is an incredibly supportive creator. He's done at least a couple of shout-out videos for Superchat, as a matter of fact, and he brings pure variety on both of his channels. He enjoys almost, I would say it's almost like short film making. But he brings a lot of comedy. He brings some poetry and other artistic talents to a lot of his content, but you really don't know what to expect next from this creator. They post a lot, just about every single day. Devil Dog, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. John H. Shelton, UK Vlogger, is one of his 2 channels, fully monetized. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put it in my catch-up list. And like I say, of all channels over 3,000, I think there's a lot to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they have already gone through in their YouTube journey. And then when we look at Mr. Shelton TV, we see the second channel from John H. Shelton. And with 920 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. He's officially on the road to 1K. We'd love to see this channel monetized as well. I'm just going to set notifications for the next 4 premieres coming up in the next few days. What we're recommending is for everybody to set notifications for everything we see out there, whether they're premieres or live streams, because it sends an engagement signal of interest into the YouTube algorithm, whether or not you expect to be able to make it at that time. Hilda DC, the odds are ever in your favor today. The wheel has already chosen you, even though she just got here a few minutes ago. Hilda DC is a very much loved and well-respected creator. She's here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. All of the moderators here are dear friends of mine. They have been for a long time. They're all dear friends of each other. They all have channels of their own, and they all do different things. But one thing that they all have in common is their generosity expands far beyond what I can describe here in Superchat. They will allow and encourage you to meet more friends and family members when you join them on their channel, whether it's for premieres or live streams. Sean the Great Gamer, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Hilda DC is now well beyond 2,100 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her towards the 22 she's thinking about. I'm behind with her. Hilda and I always catch up with each other. I'm just going to set a notification, by the way, for a live stream that's going to come up in a couple of days, actually. She posts every day, whether it's a premiere or a live stream. She mixes the shorts in between those as well. And what you're going to find in her content is that she brings mukbang style challenges and taste test review type videos more than anything else. And she is an incredibly encouraging creator, one of the most encouraging that I have met in my 5.5 years on YouTube now. And you'll find that when you get there, if you can hang out with her for a premiere or a live stream, especially, when you'll find positive affirmations coming through the content, both from the creator herself and from the special effects on the screen. She even gets Nightbot involved in that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. And you know, like I said, this Hilda DC is an example of why we use the word family so much. She has a tight-knit community around her channel. When you get there, actually, you'll find a live chat that in the beginnings of her premieres and live streams usually rolls to rival those in speed of Scratch and PPA or Garden State Gardener's Sunday Funday. It's a wild time over there, hard to keep up. But you will meet lots of friends over there. Bayou Bengal 25, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They bring us fantasy football, and then Ali's Crafts Pursuits is here. She brings crafts and gaming that usually revolve around crafts, which is really cool. So another one of our beloved and dedicated moderators is Scratch and PPA, and this is a creator who seems to be everywhere all the time, so much so that that's how I started using that term, actually, was referring to him. Now I use it to describe a few other creators that show similar generosity, but Scratch and PPA is constantly outdoing as much as he possibly can for other creators. He's got his own channel with his own series of videos that's been going on almost 2 years now, and he's well over 1,300 subscribers. So we've seen this creator blow right past the 1,000. You know, it was a bit of a climb from 900 to 1,000, and now, you know, those days are left in the dust while Scratch and PPA climbs towards 1,400. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther. Now, this creator, like I had just said about the live chats, if you can join him for a premiere, they run every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. I'm actually going to set my notification for his right now. He usually posts them on Saturday to get a few days in the algorithm for the tags and description and everything to percolate in the system. And if you can join him, you will find one of the fastest rolling chats that you've seen on all of YouTube. Faster than most others, faster than Superchat. It rivals those of, like I said, Sunday Funday from Garden State Gardener or Hilda DC on a daily basis, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of. It's very fast-paced and high energy. Now, Scratch and PPA has an interesting series of videos, and people have complimented his talents ever since the very first video that he put out, because of his video editing skills. Not to mention, when you start following the channel and following him on the other social networks, you'll start to get an idea of the creativity of this creator and the different talents, because he keeps his thumbnails, his banner updated to match the avatar, and that happens regularly. We all know how much work that is. But what he does in his video series is allow you to vote on the content of next week's video if you follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, which of course I do. So it sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. And forgive me, I lost count again of, it was almost a joke. I meant to make a point of whether it was week 41 or might we be on week 42 this week, I forget, for the Scratch Challenge. But it shows you, now this is a creator who has put out content with extreme consistency. Every Tuesday for the last 2 years at 12:15 Eastern, if you can believe it, almost 2 years. So hopefully everybody will join him. There are literally some of us who have alarms on our phones and we text each other to make sure that we don't miss his premieres. And you'll meet more friends and family members when you're over there with him as well. He's also built up an incredible reputation as a moderator. I was touching on it earlier, but he's literally probably a moderator on hundreds of channels. Lonnie Songs and other things. One of the most remarkable things when I talk about Scratch and PPA and the fact that he supports so many creators is the unwavering attention to detail in that creator, and that's everywhere that he goes. So, you know, when he visits your channel, you can tell when I come by, because I run a lot more videos than I watch, and you get a few, like, you know, hopefully not too terrible, but generic comments from me. I always leave 3 or 4 sentences, but you can tell if I'm just running a video in a playlist, which I'm sure everybody appreciates, but when you watch a video, it's a different thing, and Scratch and PPA comes up with a lot of very thoughtful comments that really kind of spark the idea of knowing that he's really paying attention when he's supporting creators. So Lonnie Songs and Other Things is up here right now. They do a lot of live streaming. There's all 3 types of content, of course, including a few videos, but mostly shorts in between the live streams. It's great to see this latest one, Breakfast Sandwich, just got some serious activity. Hopefully you get a few more, but he's posted many of those. I've run into Lonnie Songs and Other Things on live streams many times. He could literally be singing. Sometimes he's just having conversation, but always keeping up with the chat, which is a great thing. I'm just going to get a couple of names onto our wheel from our chat list. I know it's full right now, but it's been a little while. Sparkle's Hope Chest is going to come up, and Gloria's Platter. I think Gloria's Platter's still sticking around. She did give us a last call for swapping playlists earlier, but I'll get her on there. And then Let's Spin. Lonnie Songs and Other Things has over 2,000 subscribers now, actually getting close to 2,200. So I'm hoping everybody will support him. And they gave us a super chat. They've done that countless times before. I really do appreciate that. You've already knocked half of the life off of our newest stream boss. So Kid Wonder is coming up, and we'll see what Kid Wonder has going on a few of his channels. Oh, he's driving when Pete is on. Yes, it says Michael's Adventures. I wondered about that. I often am. Sometimes I'm working. Even if I am at least running the video. I'm almost always able to be there. I mean, it's usually Pete's stuff runs for 15 or 20 minutes. It's 15 minutes for 3 weeks out of the month, and then 20 minutes for the other. And I'm usually able to be there, but sometimes driving. Some of you may not know, but I actually work outdoors Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday during the good weather months. And they're just starting to, the days are getting shorter here now, but around that time I'm out. Not always driving, you know, a lot of times I'm able to be there, but I do make sure not to miss it. And then Michael's Adventures is just saying he happens to be driving like at that time usually. Pardon me, Kid Wonder. Now this is a creator I've been connected to for almost 3 years. It could be 3 years by now, as a matter of fact. He's been with Superchat from the beginning. He was so unbelievably supportive to me and to us while I was starting Superchat and in my own personal stuff as well, that he was the very first creator to be selected out of the Superchat family to be featured on episode number 2. And if you can believe, 473 episodes later, Kid Wonder is still with us, supporting as much as he can. Silent Silver, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. What we might have to do is take another break just for about 3 minutes. We're going to come back. We'll talk about Kid Wonder's other channels, and then we'll spin the wheel again. Alright, we're back and we're still talking about the mukbang show with Kid Wonder. This is just one of several channels from this creator, and like I said, I've been connected to them for probably 3 years. So here they want to bring us the mukbang show. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. We know that mukbang is a huge category on YouTube, and Kid Wonder has been at the YouTube game for a while, as you will see soon enough. So we expect great things from this third channel. 269 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther. Cemeteries Down Under, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I've missed anybody, as long as everybody's still active. We should get around to everybody. I'm going to put up Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. And this is where you will see the original channel where I met this creator about 3 years ago. And hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. He's fully monetized over here with super chats and memberships available. It's pure variety, but he does a lot of vlogging on this channel, a lot of like personal conversation and updates and things like that. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him here. And then I'm just going to show you a third channel where I've actually collaborated with him once several months ago. Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream. Obviously a lot of gameplay on this channel. I'm just going to take your latest video and put it in my catch-up list. It's fully monetized over here with over 3,000 subscribers, and I always say of creators with more than 3 that there must be a lot to be learned from them, as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what they've already gone through in their YouTube journey. And then here you're going to find gameplay, but there's a game here. You see this one called 8-Ball Pool. A couple months ago I played against Kid Wonder. I caught him right at the beginning of a live stream, joined him, and we played for about an hour, so you can search that out if you'd like to. All that fluff and stuff, thank you for a super chat. I really do appreciate that. Forgive me for not welcoming Paralife TV. Shane, I did see you come in a while ago, your everyday wheelchair ninja, and all that fluff and stuff. Thank you so much for those super chats. I really do appreciate them. For that reason, we're going to get that channel on right now. She also comes from Australia. We'll see what they got going on today. 1,400 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,500 they're thinking about. Lots of shorts they're posting, and it's great to see them back out on the water. This channel's known for bringing us out for water-based activities, including reef fishing, snorkeling, and mud crabbing, and other things like that. They're sometimes out on the boat, but they've done a lot more variety and content later. They're producing some content now. I'm just going to grab the latest video and put it into my catch-up list. And then as well, they've done a lot of cooking videos, including live streams, as a matter of fact. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. One of the tips that All That Fluff and Stuff gave us a while back is to make a shorts video to promote your long form content. And I tried what they had said in one particular occasion on my personal channel, and it seemed to work out fairly well, as a matter of fact. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. Thank you again. All That Fluff and Stuff has done that countless times. They dropped a couple of super chats on us right now. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. And then thank you so much, VS Speaks Royally. That was Mrs. VSNC09 with a slight name change on their channel. And I appreciate the kind words, but they are an incredibly supportive creator. They allow you to meet more friends and family members when you're over there. But VS Speaks Royally actually has a lot of viewers too, not just content creators, right? For a lot of us, because of what we're doing here when we start our channels, we begin with a lot of other content creators, and the viewers grow, you know, slowly. But eventually what happens is, for most creators, for 99% of channels, you're going to have far more supporters than you are other content creators. Who are also supporters, but I think you know what I mean. People who actually run channels as opposed to people who are watching YouTube. And VS Speaks Royally is building an incredible audience. So Sparkle's Hope Chest is a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They've been with us for a long time now. I've lost track of how long it is. Could be a year and a half. So 412 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 500 that we know is going to bring out their community tab. And Sparkle's Hope Chest does a lot of variety on their channel. They collaborate when they can. They do great with series of videos. They give us a wonderful behind-the-scenes look at the creator behind the channel. They do taste test challenges and other product reviews and things like that as well. So hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety on this channel. Yeah, I know, Michael's Adventures, is it Monster Time? It almost is. Some of you know I have a new Friday night gig going on, and it's far out of reach from my town, so that's why we run the Tuber Chat streams fairly late in the day on Saturday. For me, it's 6 p.m. that they start in the Eastern time zone, and you probably see my eyelids a little heavier on Saturdays than most days. But I try never to take the day off from Tuber Chat unless we absolutely have to. We've had a couple of weeks there where we did like only 3 streams. I was actually out for a couple of days. Came down with something at the beginning of September there, but we're all long good and past that now. And just, you know, when you make a change to your weekly schedule or routine, it can take a toll for a moment, but we're settling in. And we're trying to keep it up to 4 streams a week right now, so we've done not too badly. Next channel that we're going to look at is Crime Time, Wine Time. And this is a newly renamed channel with Sunday Night Crime Time. And that is True Crime with Cassie and Molly. So Cassie is the creator behind Oracles and Beyond. And we've seen them, you know, they've been a dear friend of Tuber Chat for a very long time. Hope Bus, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Another neighbor from actually only about 20 minutes away, probably less than half an hour away to the north of me in southern Ontario, Canada. And then Crime Time, Wine Time is Oracles and Beyond, basically second channel with her friend Molly. We know that true crime is a huge category in podcasting, so it lends itself greatly to the format of YouTube videos here. We're looking forward to seeing what they're going to do on this channel. I've been connected to Oracles and Beyond for probably what's getting on 2 years now. I'm starting to lose track. It's literally been that long, and I hope you take inspiration from that when I talk about it often here, the idea that the stories now go from not just knowing creators for weeks or months, but literally to being supporting each other for years, you know, and keeping that up. And then Crime Time, Wine Time, hopefully everybody will connect with, and I'm just going to show you Oracles and Beyond as well. And then this is Cassie's channel, where you're more than anything going to find a lot of tarot readings, right? Or oracle readings. There's a lot of other creators that join her on panel, as you can see right here. She'll always allow you to meet more friends and family members when you're over there. But Oracles and Beyond is a very kind-hearted creator and somebody who it seems to be able to build an audience and a community of creators as well as supporters and viewers on their channel. So hopefully everybody will join them. You'll get some insight as to what's been going on in your life here, what might be happening now and what might be to come. A Surfer, good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. Oracles and Beyond is fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So we'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and it looks like it's going to be Rich Cat Ranch. So we'll see what they're doing on their channel. They have a passion for animals, a love of nature, and that comes through in all of their content. This is Richard and Kathy, and they did a great job on an introduction video a few months ago. You might want to search that out and see what they did. Happy through Monday morning. Happy Thursday, Monday. Oh my dear goodness. If I'm getting this right, happy Thursday morning, family. 1 Alpha 914. Good to see you in the house. They've changed their name a few times, but it's good to see you here. They're incredibly supportive both here on Tuber Chat and on our music channel. I appreciate that. And then Rich Cat Ranch has over 1,600 subscribers right now. They've got a couple things coming up, so I've already got a notification set for the live stream that's coming up, and then they've got another one here. Pardon me while I'm trying to read and think, and I'm struggling for some reason today. And then they do a Friday night live stream every week, so I've got that set up there. I can see I'm behind. I'm just going to set a notification for another premiere that I see here, and then I'm going to take their latest video and put it into my catch-up list. That will help me to get caught up, make sure I don't fall any farther behind. Rich Cat Ranch, like I said, respect for nature, love for life, passion for animals, and they've got a whole list here of animals that you can see in their content. They actually introduced you to them. They did that in the latest Sunday Shorts video as well, so hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Frasball Collects is coming up. Let's see what this creator's got going on. They bring us numismatic collectible coins. And I believe most of us have probably seen coins like this around the world, no matter what country you're from, because let me roll over the thumbnails and you'll see what I mean here. These are very well known as sometimes even family heirlooms, right? You'll find people who buy these and pass them to other family members and things like that. But they're commemorative collectible coins, and there's always a story behind the presentation of these things, and hopefully everybody will enjoy the way that Frasball Collects is presenting these to us, and they have been doing this one specific thing extremely well for a long time. So 764 subscribers for Frasball Collects. They happen to be a member, so we had put them on the wheel right away. We always put members on the wheel as soon as they get here. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. The next channel that we're going to look at is VS Speaks Royally, and this creator was Mrs. VSNC09. They recently renamed the channel. What you're going to find here is a bunch of variety, and forgive me because I have run but not watched the videos talking about what we are, what is happening on the channel. Let me just hit their videos page for a second here, because I'm actually going to add. Oh, let me see where they are here. What I wanted to get. Welcome back. Oh, maybe that's why, because I didn't actually run them yet. Okay, let me grab these two videos. I'm going to put those both in my watch later list, actually. It's easier for me to see them there. And then I'm just going to grab one of your latest videos here and put it in my catch-up list just so I can catch up a little bit. Now, VS Speaks Royally has just passed 3,000 subscribers. They've already blown by towards 3,300. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer. And then they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. When you get there, one of the things you're going to find from VS Speaks Royally is the fact they do a lot of live streams and they have a really engaged conversation, but they do an incredible job of leading that conversation while they're there. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them and seeing what I'm talking about. Travel Walks TV, good to see you here. Blood Dragoon, forgive me, I didn't welcome you. You might have been here for a while already. I don't mean to miss anybody in the chat. Blood Dragoon's actually been a long time friend of Superchat. Let me spin the wheel. I'm going to try to move a little bit faster. We're in the second half of the live stream. We've still got a long way to go. We can go up to another hour if everybody would like, and then we're going to go and watch a live concert from our dear friend Emotion, who is a talented singer and songwriter who brings us their original works and new soul R&B music on their channel. When we get closer to the time, about 45 minutes from now, I'll start dropping the link for that. But right now we're looking at Michael's Adventures. And when we look at this particular creator, we see a lot of familiar faces in their featured channels lists on their front page, and when we get into their content, we see that they've actually got a premiere coming up, and that will be tomorrow. Literally, it says, hope you enjoy this premiere after Tuber Chat. So we'll run that tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's live stream, just for everybody to know, if you're able to be here, will be a much later stream. It will probably start several hours later than today's did. And that's just due to my own family obligations. We're celebrating Thanksgiving this weekend in Canada. So what I'll do is I've already got the live stream set to a very late time. I will change it back and get on as early as I can, probably within an hour or two of the time that you'll see on our front page. But I won't know until I'm literally almost able to get on. But I'll change it. You can go over there and get notified about that individual live stream if you'd like to. And after that, tomorrow, regardless of the time, we will be watching a premiere from Michael's Adventures afterwards. So he's got well over 1,000 subscribers now. I know he's working on watch hours. If anybody would like to swap playlists in the chat for that reason, just please simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. If you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. As well, on Michael's Adventures channel, what you're going to find are a lot of furry friends, including raccoons, a fox, some deer, and he also expands into other content. He often gives us a look around his area in a vlog type video, and then as well does a little bit of gameplay and lottery ticket scratching as well, you'll find. I'm just looking for Coach Sherry here, and I see Woman Outdoors has come in. They also happen to be a member. They come to us from Pennsylvania. I'm just going to get them onto our wheel here. And Coach Sherry has 850 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 900 that they're thinking about. Coach Sherry has been an incredibly supportive creator to myself and to Superchat pretty much from the beginning. As a matter of fact, it's so long ago. This creator is incredibly encouraging, a dynamic host, of course. And I'm just going to see what you've got here. This looks like more of a vlog style video, so this will be an interesting, different video to have watched for me. I've got that in my catch-up list. That just helps me catch up a little bit. Again, we'd love to push them towards the 900. That will see them officially on the road to the magical 1K. And we see that this creator is bringing us shorts as well. And then all three types of content, including live streams here. An infused lifestyle channel that gives you a snapshot of living life while incorporating business and career strategies and advice. So hopefully everybody will take inspiration once you get here. Nikki D Music and More, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Pittsburgh Artist Studio is coming up right now. This is another long time, very generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. We'll see what they got going on their channel. For today, 1,800 subscribers. They're getting pretty close now to 2K. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. A lot of art on this channel, but interviews as well. Of course, there's more variety mixed in, as you can see. But hopefully everybody will enjoy that. They're also very active on the other social networks. I think they've got their own Facebook group as well. There's lots of that type of thing out there. A lot of creators will promote content on the other social networks, which I always am a fan of. But then as well, a lot collaborate with each other or provide places other people can share their stuff as well. Speaking of that, if anybody has the ability to share this stream right now, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. Helps get a couple more people into Superchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and possibly even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals into the YouTube algorithm when you share, as you can imagine. So let's spin the wheel. We got another channel up here, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Woman Outdoors is going to come up right now. They actually just came in, and the wheel chose you pretty quickly. Woman Outdoors brings us all different sorts of outdoor activities, but they're able to show us all 4 seasons because they're in Pennsylvania. So we get the winter, the summer, obviously the spring and fall, and everything from hot to cold to snow to rain, and then sometimes sun. And Woman Outdoors is going to take us to a lot of very interesting places, actually. Oh, yeah. It's possible, yes, Hope Us. I might have a little bit of a tan. There was some sun this week, and one of the days I forgot to put sunblock on. I didn't burn or anything like that because I get pretty dark considering my fair skin over the course of the summer working outdoors. But we did have a sunny week, that's for sure. And then, of course, my green screen. One of these days I'm going to get a system together where I've got like some lighting. The trouble is I'm streaming now from 2 different locations. So the rooms, the areas that I'm in, even the green screens now are different. So I gotta figure out how to light this so I get a consistent look, but I somewhat gave up. My arm is missing a little bit to make up for that tan, as you can see, but that's okay. Jason Ghost Hunter, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. They are actually doing that on behalf of Cemeteries Down Under. And then we'll look at both of those channels. Jason Ghost Hunter has been with us for quite a while today. So Cemeteries Down Under is coming up next. We'll see what they've got going on. When we look at Woman Outdoors, we see all 3 types of content: shorts, videos, and live streams. They bring us everything from outdoor cooking to camping to fishing to bushcraft activities, knife collecting, and even product reviews now. So let's see what Cemeteries Down Under has got going on. And thank you, Jason Ghost Hunter, for that. I really do appreciate that. And then Cemeteries Down Under, a lot of shorts here. I'm still getting to know this particular channel. What did Michael's Adventures say the other day? I think he said that a cemetery is when a graveyard is beside a church, if I understand that right. And then a graveyard is when it is not. If that's right, I could be completely wrong. I'm still learning. You know, I learn from creators of all sizes every day, single day, but I also learn from, you know, the different content that we're watching. So I look forward to learning more from Cemeteries Down Under, and especially more about their particular channel. 12 most haunted cemeteries of the world in this particular video. And then they've got 13 most haunted places in Australia coming up as a premiere in a couple of days. But I'm just going to take one of their other videos and I'm going to grab this put it into my catch-up list so I can catch up with their channel and get another piece of content watched. Hopefully everybody will join us in pushing them towards the 800 subscribers they're thinking about. And thank you, Jason Ghost Hunter, for that super chat on their behalf. You've knocked almost all the life out of our stream boss now. That was Emotion earlier today. We're going to go and look at his channel in another hour when he's got a Tiny Desk concert set up for us. Oh, Graveyard is by a church. Forgive me, Michael's Adventures. I got that backwards. I don't know how. At least you knew I was catching what you were saying. I just got it reversed. And then Jason Ghost Hunter is here now. They've got shorts, videos on their channel. This is another creator I'm still getting to know. Paranormal Talks with the Mind Freak. It's great to see you collaborating with other creators there. And I'm just wondering what I can do about watching another piece of content of yours. I'd like to watch a video as opposed to a stream replay if I can, just to have something to get to know the channel with a little bit more. Jason Ghost Hunter, he's a medium that can converse and see the dead. He has been paranormal investigator for over 20 years, exploring haunted homes and other historic sites and places. I've actually been out with one of our friends, another fellow Canadian obviously, but Huntophobia, who's been here in the Tuber Chat family many times. I've been out 3 times with them on paranormal investigations, actually. Or twice, once for 1, once for 2, but that was interesting. I've got a behind the scenes video of one of those on my personal channel. I hope to go through my behind the scenes footage, even though it's quite old now, but get up another couple of videos at some point. But thank you again, Jason Ghost Hunter. I look forward to learning about your channel even more. I've got another video to watch now. And then for Cemeteries Down Under, I really do appreciate that generosity. Now, Don Ray B is a creator that wants to inspire us to make our dreams come true. They are doing the same thing literally in life right now. I find them to be incredibly encouraging in that way. You can literally see on their banner, they've got this nice message. Each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true, where they have moved into the homesteading style of life. And we will likely learn from them as they grow in that lifestyle. And we can see, actually, they've got a progress update here. I'm just going to put this video into my catch-up list, and that will help me catch up with them. They've got a lot of shorts videos as well, some featured channels there. And I'm just going through their content here for a second to see some of the other stuff that they've done. You can see this is a dynamic post, but they're actually bringing us a lot of variety while we look around the property. And obviously we're going to get to know the creator behind the channel as well. You got a lot of friends surrounding them also. I'm just going to hit their about page again for a quick second here. then I'll leave it to you to read these, but it kind of goes through the story of exactly what they're doing here and why and how they want to inspire us to chase our dream if we want to, because you know, they're literally doing the same thing, living it right now. Outgoing Azzy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me if I've missed anybody. I certainly don't mean to, and if I've missed anything that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Lexo Motorsports is coming up right now. We'll see what this creator's got going on. 103 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 200 that they're thinking about. They certainly do love speed. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here, put this in my catch-up list. Lexo Motorsports is one of our newest members as well. They bring drag racing, ATVs, dirt bikes, saltwater aquariums, and more on their channel. So I'm looking forward to new content from them, but they've got a lot of shorts videos here as well, which is kind of cool. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I'm just looking at what they got here. I don't watch a lot of shorts. I don't really get a chance to see them. I mean, you have to make time sometimes for some of the things. I tend to be on YouTube on a computer more than anything. And when you watch shorts, it's a weird thing. What I've experienced myself is the fact that YouTube usually just starts popping popular stuff in front of you. It's not quite the same where you can just kind of go through channels you subscribe to as easily. I could be mistaken. If somebody's got an easy way to do that, I'd love to hear from you. And anybody can reach out to me anytime on the other social networks. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Lord Texas Boy Gaming is a longtime friend of Tuber Chat with almost 4,000 subscribers. They're well over 3,800 right now. This creator's been with us pretty much from the beginning as well. You will find, actually, Child Please, a lot of channels from Texas. Do we place commas in between each tag? Yes, absolutely. So tags and hashtags obviously are 2 different things. Hashtags don't have to have commas when you're using them in your description or title or anywhere else, but tags in the tag section need to have commas to separate them. The reason why the commas are there, or the reason why they allow you to use those to separate them, is because then you can use more than one word at a time. So you don't have to have you know, just one word, like, you know, so if you wanted to, if you're doing a movie review channel, you could do movie or movies, right? And then you could do movie reviews, and then movie opinions, and movie favorites, and favorite movies, and things like that. You put commas just to separate them out, if that makes sense. And then Lord Texas Boy Gaming, obviously a gaming channel. They've been a loyal and dedicated supporter for a long time, and like I said, one of our newest members. As a matter of fact, did they just get added? Was it as a gold member or a silver member? I forget for the life of me, but we've got them in our slides at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream as well. So let's spin the wheel. I really do appreciate that extra generosity. I see also that Cali King 916 is coming in. They come to us from Sacramento, California. She Stole My Thunder is coming up. Let me get that channel up onto the screen, and I'm going to get Cali King 916 onto our wheel because they happen to be a member. It's almost time for me to get some more names onto our wheel from our chat list, so we'll do that soon. I'm just accidentally spinning a little bit in advance, but that's okay. Yeah, Child Please, I often miss a lot in the chat. I don't mean to, but I'm rarely looking at the chat, and I don't have the same peripheral vision, actually, that everybody does. I'll use that as an excuse. So even though I've got a window beside me, I tend to miss a lot, especially when I'm looking directly at the camera. But if I have missed something that you want me to see, you can just put 3 thumbs up in front of it, or if you're able to do it, just use Tuber Chat Connect and Grow with the @ symbol. I know it's really annoying to do that on a phone because it's such a long name with the hyphen and everything else, but then I'll try to catch it. And I'm happy to answer anything that I can while we're here, or at least bring it up in the chat so we can discuss it together, and then we can all make better decisions for our channels, our videos, when it comes to tags and everything else. So Up next is Gloria's Platter. She brings us delicious looking content. And pardon me, did I just skip over a channel? I did. I skipped over She Stole My Thunder. I didn't mean to do that. We're going to look at Gloria's Platter next. She Stole My Thunder is coming up now. Let me get this straight once and for all. They specialize in reviewing books, movies, and art, especially horror and sci-fi. But then as well, they get into art including Picasso, Omar Ba, if I'm pronouncing that right, forgive me if I'm not, and Salvador Dali. I have a lot to learn, obviously, on this channel still, but She Stole My Thunder has been a friend for a long time. I believe they're a fellow Canadian. Forgive me if I'm mistaken about that. And here they're showing us actually Quebec City. They've got a hotel room review over there and a lot of other variety on their channel, including helpful content, as you can see. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. They have been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter to Superchat for quite some time. So I'm moving a little bit faster now. I want to get as many channels on the screen as we can in the next 45 minutes or so. Next up is Gloria's Platter. If anybody would like to swap playlists in the chat for the purpose of gaining watch hours, please just simply say I'm willing to swap playlists in the chat anywhere, anytime at all. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Gloria's Platter has almost 1,500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the milestone that she's looking towards, and then she'll be halfway on her road to 2K, of course. Gloria's Platter brings delicious looking content in all three types of videos, including shorts, standard videos, and live streams. She brings a little bit more variety on the channel, bringing us a few almost vlog type videos. She gave us our first, or me, my first look at a Amazon grocery store as an example. And then here's an interesting video, 19 great chefs, for instance, and a lot of other delicious looking content. So she might be expanding the content now by the look of it, right? Yeah, here's another vlog type idea of a video here. So lots to see when we get to Gloria's Platter. She's been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long, long time. She'll always have our copyright-free music playing in the background of her live streams. One of the things I enjoy about catching her for those is the fact that she has got a lot of consideration going into the preparation, right? So we get to see an entire dish or meal created, and she does do everything from beginning to end, but she has the ingredients and things ready for us so that it's pure action when we get into the live streams, from what I've seen so far. And I'm sure everybody will appreciate that. Will Spare Productions just walked in and dropped a super chat on us. Thank you for that. They've done that many times before. They just sniped the stream boss position. And what that is the video game life meter under my camera there. You see that every super chat and membership knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss until somebody eventually knocks it out and gets a little bit of extra exposure. It was Emotion for a while today. Will Spare Productions has just taken over. We're going to go back to see Emotion shortly in another 40 minutes or so when we go over to their channel for a live concert. So Will Spare Productions has 1,300 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 1,400 that they're thinking about. Will Spare Productions is a truck driver. They bring us pure variety on their channel. K's Quick Bites, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. It's almost time for me to get some names onto our wheel from our chat list, so I'm going to do that in another moment. I don't want to jinx it, but you might notice over the last little while that we've had a pretty smooth running live stream. Not any internet glitches that we can't control, but the computer is buttery smooth too. We changed that up not too long ago. Child Please is coming up on the wheel along with Sheena's Keto Life. And I'll get some more names as we need them, and I will start dropping the link for Emotions Tiny Desk concert that will come up today after Tuber Chat. I'll drop the link for that shortly. And Wolfsbear Productions happens to be a truck driver, like I said, but they give us an incredible look at their life behind the camera, including their furry friend Jester, obviously part of the family, who has actually a couple of series of videos surrounding only them. I think I just found out yesterday that I believe it's BarkBox is the monthly subscription service that Wolfsbear Productions does with Jester here, and I think Gary V was a founder in that, or a financing founder anyway, which may not matter to anybody, but I found it interesting. Sydney Johnson and family, good to see you here. And then Wolfsbear Productions happens also, like I said, to be a truck driver. Now, they do all kinds of stuff behind the scenes. They do often live streams. They could do taste test challenges or product reviews, a lot of Happy Meal videos. They do dumpster diving, diamond painting, and then a lot more variety as well. So in the truck, what they often do during the live streams is give us a look out the window with a camera like we would expect, and then a secondary view out another window. A camera is usually on the creator herself, and then they often bring up StreamYard panelists also. So it's a really lively ride-along that you can get into there with some serious conversation. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Wolfsbear Productions happens to be a gold member here, so we see their channel every single day in the slides that run at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, and their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we hopefully have seen today. So let me just see what I can do here about their videos. I'm likely behind. They got a ton of shorts. Actually, they're doing spectacularly with shorts. They gained, I think they said 800 subscribers in 5 weeks or something like that. The channel's already established, but they started doing a lot of work with these shorts videos. I'm just going to grab another replay and put that in my catch-up list. That's just for watch hours more than anything else, but I'm going to get that in there. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here. And again, that's Wolfsbear Productions. Thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. They've done that countless times. And like I said, they took over as our stream boss. They gave us the mic drop emoji when they did that with their super sticker. And then Life with Mountain Folk is coming up right now. We'll see what these creators have got going on. They were recently featured on Superchat, actually. Today's featured channel is the Jay Jordan, somebody who motivates us with fitness more than anything else. Life with Mountain Folk is up right now, and I see Multi-Hunter 247 is here. Thank you for coming in. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for this live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up and you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up, especially when I'm on a phone from time to time. So we're looking at Life with Mountain Folk, and these creators live in Georgia, but they often take us outside. So most of what they do is in Georgia itself, but they bring us to car shows, they bring us to museums, local events. They are fans of looking around at history and sharing those views with us, and they'll bring us outside of Georgia as well. They've got this series of videos called Beyond Georgia, where they take us to Florida, Tennessee, and North Carolina. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Like I said, we featured this channel recently, and today's featured channel is the Jay Jordan, but we feature channels every single day based on generosity and impact that I see within our community. We do that across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, and on the thumbnails of our videos, as you have seen. So let me spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, and again, I'm moving pretty quickly. We've got just over 35 minutes. And then we're going to go, and we'll be able to continue meeting more friends and family members, actually, because Emotion is the creator behind the channel we're going to go and see at the end of Superchat in another just over half hour. And they're a talented singer and songwriter that's going to bring us a concert, a live concert of their new soul R&B music. But because they happen to be a moderator as well, one of the things that I talk about with our moderators is their overwhelming generosity. And it's just a coincidence that they all will allow and encourage everybody to meet more friends and family members the same way that we do here when we're over there. And I will leave this live stream running right up until the moment his live stream begins, so that we can clean up our connections here as well. And we'll go raid together in another 35 minutes or so. Annabelle TV is in the house, and Cute Goth Girl Gamer They both happen to be members, so I'm going to get them onto the wheel right away. My dear goodness. I can't seem to type. Runneth Over Garden and Life is here. This is a dynamic couple of creators, Nina and Boyce. Want to bring us all kinds of... I grouped these channels together in like the homesteading community of channels, but it says on the banner here, like Garden and Life more than anything else. These creators bring us a wonderful look at their life behind the channel. Here they're doing a pumpkin cheesecake. So I wonder if this was a collaboration, because I've seen a lot of these pumpkin cheesecake videos lately. I see a hashtag here. So I'm just going to grab this one and put it into my ketchup list. And then they've got a lot of other... I see the autumn content coming up, right? Pumpkin spice stuff is getting popular everywhere again. It always is at this time of year. And hopefully everybody will enjoy the variety that they bring us. They're currently in Texas, actually. And their channel's about everyday living, gardening, DIYs, crafts, recipes, and other shenanigans. They're a very fun couple of creators, and I hope everybody will connect with them. We'd love to push them towards the 800 they're thinking about. Tori's Brain Games is in the house. We'll put them onto the wheel because they happen to be a member as well. And let's spin the wheel. We'll see what's coming up next from our next channel. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everybody. Tori's Brain Games. We will get them up right now. Look at the odds on that. Tori's Brain Games literally just came in, and the wheel chose you right away. I'm just having trouble copying and pasting, but that's me. And here we go. So when we look at Tori's Brain Games, this channel used to be called Talk with Tori, but with a slight name change about a month ago. This creator is bringing us gaming during their live streams where we can interact. They have an incredibly well done, almost professional but fun way of doing their live streams, and I'm talking about their screen layout and the way things are presented. I don't know if I can roll over it. Usually every time I roll over these it goes through this piece of the intro, but Tori's Brain Games, I mean, we've all seen probably by now live streams where there's like game nights or games that people can play in the chat. And Tori's Brain Games is bringing us something like this, but with games that will challenge our mind, but that are fun for everybody. And you'll find a lot of engaged conversation going along with those. Druzy, good to see you in the house for the first time. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. I noticed that Druzy has quite a few subscribers. I'm just looking at the channel in the background, and on their homepage it might look like it doesn't have any videos. When you first get there it says this channel does not have any content. My suggestion for everybody is always to put some kind of a shelf on your front page so that people don't get confused when they get there and go away right away. But if you get to their videos page, you'll see all their content there. But we're looking forward to getting to know you, so thank you for coming in. Please don't be shy, like I said. So Tori's Brain Games has 535 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them towards the 600 they're thinking about. I'm just spinning the wheel. We'll get another channel up on the screen. Still got a half an hour to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. We'll get to as many as we can. We're actually going to look at the channel in which we are going to raid in another half hour that I'm talking about. Emotion is a talented singer and songwriter, and they bring us their original works, usually in the form of music videos. And then Druzy, yeah, if you go to the customization section of your YouTube studio, you'll be able to put something in there. You'll notice it'll say it doesn't have any sections, and then you just want to add either a videos or some other section there. You'll find a lot of options, and you'll be able to get some content on your front page. Most creators just have at least uploads like what you have here from Emotion, and then people can even click that play all. It's a good alternative to swapping specific playlists if you have the time and resources to run a person's entire channel when you're swapping. That can be a great tool. So Emotion is an official artist channel. You see the music note denoting that there. They've got 2,900 subscribers, officially on the road to 3K now. And then hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. Like I said, they bring us their original works, usually in music videos, but sometimes those are compilations. They can be premieres or live streams. Today we're going to visit a live stream with a live concert from Emotion performing their original works. I've got my notification on, and I will drop the link for that in another 15 minutes when we get closer to the time. In half an hour when it actually starts, we'll go and raid all together. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with him. He's fully monetized, lots of ways to support him, including Super Chats and a newly revamped membership program. When we get there, he rounds out both of his channels with shorts and reaction videos. When we look at Writing with Emotion, New Soul, the main content here is to give us a look at how the music is made and the man behind the music. He's done some moving around over the last little while, and we'll likely get back to some more behind the scenes videos on this channel shortly, but right now he's sitting at 724 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 800 he's thinking about. So I'll spin the wheel, we'll get another channel up here and see what's going on with another one of our beloved and dedicated moderators, the newest one, as a matter of fact, which is the Stock Explorer. They come to us from Florida, and Nora, the Stock Explorer, is somebody who is an incredibly supportive creator. They literally seem to be everywhere all the time, always engaging conversation everywhere that they go, and that's a great service for any host. What they seek to do on their channel is bring us a level-headed and down-to-earth look at both the stock markets and crypto markets. And they do that through everything from beginner tutorials to sharing advanced topics as well. They bring all three types of content on their channel, including shorts, videos, and live streams. They're very forthcoming about their own portfolios and stock plays and crypto plays, but they often have product in hand as well, which is a great thing to see. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with Nora, the Stock Explorer. Sometimes they have charts and graphs for us to see, and often it is friendly conversation to be had. Carlene Geisha, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Unstable TV Shorts, I've got you on the wheel. And let me go down to the bottom of their page. We see they're approaching 1,300 subscribers. I believe they hit their watch hours yesterday or Thursday, and we're just waiting to hear word about whether that's locked in. And then when we look at Tropical Buzz, we see a second channel from the same creator, and like I said, they happen to be in Florida, so they'll likely be able to bring us content year-round here, where they seek to educate us about plant life and then plant some of their own things and bring us on the journey while they grow. They've already gotten into seed swaps and collaborations and things like that. We likely will see much more from the Stock Explorer on this second channel. Chef Sketty, good to see you here. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt 66, good to see you here. Unstable TV Shorts, one of our favorite Irish couples. I'm not sure if we have any other channels actually in the Tuber Chat family that is specifically an Irish couple. So it might be our favorite Irish couple. They laugh because I was careful about how I slipped and said that the other day. Fanatic Guide, good to see you in the house. I'm not sure, I think you were here earlier, forgive me. Fanatic Guide is often in the background, but I do appreciate every moment everybody spends. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. And then Unstable TV Shorts now has 18 subscribers. It's a brand new channel where this Irish couple is bringing us shorts videos to complement their main channel, Unstable TV. So hopefully everybody will support them here. We know that the race to the first 100 is more challenging than ever, but as long as we're all doing as much as we can for each other, we see channels growing and hitting different milestones all the time. Oh, the other day. Sorry, Fanatic. I'm mistaken. Yep, Thursday. And then Unstable TV, when we look at their main channel, we see that they are just growing phenomenally. Over 15,000 subscribers now. I'm just going to set my notification for their latest premiere. That's going to be in a couple of days. And then they're fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships. These creators have really hooked in to a wonderful formula for doing a lot of reaction videos. Now, not everybody can just do a reaction video and have it fly. That's not how that works. But Unstable TV will give you a look as to some of the ideas behind what actually will work. What I love about this channel is the fact that you see not every single video gets thousands of views, but many of them do. I forget where the one was that we saw the other day. I just want to look at this. They're getting some decent views on every video they put out, of course, because they've got an established channel. But look at this. Like a couple weeks ago, they put one out. They got a couple thousand views there. I forget where these other ones were. Look, almost 4,000 views there, 11,000 views there, almost 6,000 views there. So they really are working hard at it, but they're a dynamic couple as well. They're very fun, and they've got an incredible chemistry between them that comes across in their content. So hopefully everybody will enjoy connecting with them. It's wonderful to see creators with a channel of this size coming back to support others as well. Cute Goth Girl Gamer, let's see what they've got going on. Cute Goth Girl Gamer is a longtime friend of Superchat, and she brings a bit of variety on her channel. She does a lot of gaming content and a lot of live streaming, but she could be doing everything from making music to just either hanging out at work, hanging out at home, or having a StreamYard panel, and some of those, as you can see, go all day or all night. So Cute Goth Girl Gamer often makes music and puts that music up for us to enjoy on the channel as well. They do a lot of gameplay, as you would expect. And they've been an incredibly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for a long time. It's great to see that they're getting close to 600 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer. So I'm going to see what I can do about adding some more names onto our wheel from our chat list. And see who's in the chat with us still. I'm just going to refresh a page in the background here. Let me spin the wheel. I'll get one more channel ready to go, and I'll add some names to the wheel before we talk about our next channel. Annabelle TV is coming up. This is a creator who brings fun everywhere that they go. A little bit of comedy comes along with that. You can be prepared. Annabelle TV is here with us almost every day. I've just got their notification on for their premiere tomorrow. And then Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, will come up on our wheel, hopefully, if I can copy and paste properly. And Nikki D Music and More. And I'll add some more names as we need them. So Annabelle TV, more often than not, bring us. Hilda's making me laugh in the chat. Woody and Wendy approves of this channel. That's good news, because Wendy and Woody, when they get together, may not approve of everything. So it's wonderful to be on their good side. Annabelle TV brings a lot of almost mukbang style challenges or reviews on their channel more than anything else, but they actually round it out with a lot of variety. These garden updates, for instance, and a lot more variety and content, but they bring fun everywhere that they go. A lot of collaborations and shout outs where other videos in their or other creators in their content, which is great to see there. At 672, we'd love to push them a little bit closer to 700. And like I said, they're here with us almost every single day, but everywhere that I go, that I run into Annabelle TV, I see them engaging conversation, supporting other creators, and bringing fun. Like I said, not just here. They've been an overly generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in Superchat. And we've seen tons of generosity from them. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up here, Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve, another creator who's given us an unbelievable amount of support both here and our copyright-free music channel as well, for which I'm extremely grateful. Let's get them on the screen here and see what's happening. 515 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 600 subscribers they're thinking about. It's great to see that Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve has got their community tab out now. They've got a lot of featured channels, which is great to see as well. I'm just going to grab their latest video, Soft Pumpkin Pretzels. Oh, I see, Pumpkin Palooza 2022. So that must be the collaboration I was talking about earlier with one of the other channels where they had that hashtag. I think it was meant to be the same one. And then I've got a notification on for a premiere that's coming up tonight. Actually, it's going to be coming up right at the same time as we finish Tuber Chat. We're going to go over and raid Emotion, but we'll know that Good Times Homestead with Jen and Steve will have brand new content as soon as we're finished there as well. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up. Cali King 916 comes to us from Sacramento, California. And we'll see what they've got going on their channel for today. Keto Mama Michelle, I'm going to get you onto our wheel in a second here. We've still got 20 minutes to go. Lots of time to put lots of channels on the screen. For anybody that's listening or watching that hasn't been on the wheel or the screen yet, just please be active in the chat, say anything at all, and we'll likely get you on soon. I always put channels up based on who's been most active as opposed to how long everybody's been here. But I have a robot called Bautissimo in the background that helps me with that. Keto Mama Michelle is there. Fanatic Guide. And Cali King 916 started out by bringing us to a lot of car shows and car meets in their area of Sacramento, but they actually started doing a lot more walk around live streams as well. So they're giving us a great look at their area. They're expanding into a lot of shorts videos as well, so you get a mix of both on this channel. And they're climbing rapidly. Cali King 916 is getting close to 1,600 subscribers. Now I forget how long it's been they've been with Tuber Chat now. It could be 6 months, could be even longer. I'm thinking 9 actually. But one thing that I noticed about this particular creator is that as soon as they came into a Tuber Chat live stream, it was like I saw them everywhere the next day, out supporting other creators, engaging conversation, and it's just a wonderful thing to do. When you engage true conversation on another channel, you're doing a great service for any host. Because of the true engagement signals that are sent into the YouTube algorithm when you are sending messages through the chat like that. True conversation is a real benefit and bonus. Fanatic Guide is coming up. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel for today. There's a lot more than gaming here, but some of you may recognize Fanatic Guide as a long time loyal and dedicated supporter and advocate for Tuber Chat. I've seen them many times out promoting and supporting, and I really do appreciate that. The word of mouth really does help. Now this creator, I'm gonna hang on for a second before I look if we've gotten any closer to the next milestone. They just hit 3,000 subscribers. Now you hear me often say here in Tuber Chat every day now that channels over 3,000 I believe have much to be learned from as well as entertained and inspired by, because of what those creators have already had to go through in their YouTube journey. Of course, we can all imagine that no matter where you are in your YouTube journey, right? Fanatic Guide, fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They've got a premiere coming up tomorrow. I've got my reminder on for that. They do a lot of gameplay, but they've also done some other helpful, almost how-to videos on their channel. And we're just going to look right now. They're at 98,000 views on this most popular video. Now they've got quite a few. They've got almost 20 here, almost 30 there, getting close to 40 there, 50 there, almost 80 on this one. And this is going to be their very first video to hit 100,000 views, which is really cool. Well, most of the things that I say, both the positive and the small amount of negative here on YouTube, usually when something happens, it's the first time that it happens. So whenever we hit a big milestone like these things, we know that it is the first time. For instance, Fanatic Guy just hit 3,000. It's the third time they've got 1,000 subscribers on their channel, if that makes sense. And 100,000 views is, of course, nothing to bat an eye at. It's a wonderful accomplishment, and we know that this creator then has the potential to move even farther and farther and farther, which is great. Like I said, there's much to be learned from them, but they've been an advocate for Tuber Chat for a long time, and I really do appreciate their friendship and support. So Hyper Blitz, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. I'm spinning the wheel. I see Derek's Journey is sneaking in here right now. He's got 3 channels now, if you can imagine, or the Derek's Journey family does. We'll look at those soon enough, because I'm going to put Derek's Journey onto our wheel right away. They happen to be a member. We always put members on the wheel as soon as they get here. Keto Mama Michelle is coming up. We'll see what this creator's got going on their channel. Derek's Journey has been a member for 8 months. My goodness, it's funny how time flies. I know we probably all say that about many different things, but it more and more as days goes on seems to be true. So we'll get Derek's Journey on the wheel. Keto Mama Michelle is up right now. She wants to motivate us with healthy eating and healthy living. There's some inspirational content as well as fun in her shorts and videos on her channel. You can see a lot of delicious looking content here, so she'll help us specifically low carbs or healthy eating and things like that. Once in a while she'll get into these Coke Starlight. You know, I had one of these things. I think that's what I had. We went to what we call the CNE here, the Canadian National Exhibition, which is a really big, I don't know if you want to call it a carnival or a fair almost type of thing. Lots of vendors, lots of rides, lots of things like that. But one of the things that was featured was the Coke flavor, and I think that's it. And I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, but I was whining that it tasted like hairspray to me. So they have a no sugar one, like, so there's a Coke Zero Starlight or something, and then there's a regular one. And the regular one just, I thought, tasted awful, but everybody seemed to think the other one was a little bit better. So it's up to you to figure that out. We can see what Keto Mama Michelle has to say about that here. Coastal Water, good to see you in the house. They happen to be a member also, so we've got them on the wheel. I'm going to start moving through channels now, because in 15 minutes we're going to go over to Emotions channel and see a live concert from our talented singer and songwriter friend and moderator and gold member here. I'm just going to get their link ready to go. And I'll pin it so everybody can get there easily. Anybody can hop over there anytime, but we'll all go over and raid together in 15 minutes. If anybody would like to swap playlists here in the chat, just please simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Child Please is, I don't think they're here for the first time. I think we've seen them actually a couple times before, but it's the first time we're putting the channel on the screen. So I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'm going to put this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. Then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're here 4 times a week, but the times move so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And when I spin the wheel, we see that Coastal Water is going to come up right now. So again, another creator where the odds are ever in your favor. You just came in and the wheel picked you right away. We've got other creators like Unidentified S4, who's been here for the whole live stream. It's taken over 2 hours and has yet to be picked. But once you're on the wheel, you're on, right? So that's the thing, right? Coastal Water has recently updated their banner and their avatar. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here, actually, and this is another car confessional. They do these almost daily, I think, right? I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. I'm hoping I can catch one of these. I'm not sure yet to this day if I've caught you in specifically a live stream. That was a replay that I ran the other day because they're actually with Backlash Fisherman right there. But yeah, I can't for the life of me. I don't think I've caught you on a live stream yet. I'm hoping that I will. When we look at the About page, They're very encouraging. They will talk about homesteading, cleaning, organizing, cooking, and devotionals on their channel, so they will seek to motivate us in a spiritual way as well. Charlene Heal is in the house with her second channel, Conscious Business Services and Opportunities, which happens to be a member, so I'll get them onto the wheel in a second. Unidentified S4, ironically, after I mention it, is coming up right now, so we'll see what they've got going on their channel. Over 7,500 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They're fully monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They do a great job of video presentation. They've done some great editing. I caught them for a birthday stream a week or two ago, and they had a great intro. Everybody was enjoying that. They had a lively live stream, some familiar faces joining them. And when we look at their channel, we're going to see that they're going to cover everything unexplained, from UFOs to paranormal, cryptids, and much more. So hopefully everybody will enjoy that. I've got my notification on for their latest, I think it's live stream. And then I'm just going to take another video from these creators and put this into my catch-up list. That will help me to get another piece of content watched as I get to know the channel a little bit better. We're at 96 thumbs up right now. If anybody hasn't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to do it, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up when I'm on a phone from time to time. Child, please, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate your extra support. So thank you for that very much. We just looked at that channel, but I do appreciate that. So let me get Charlene Heal onto the wheel. Like I said, she happens to be a member. It's time for me to drop the link again for Emotion's Tiny Desk concert coming up. That's where we're going to raid. So everybody can hop over there whenever they'd like. But we will all go over there again in 10 minutes. And I'll leave this live stream running right up until the moment that they begin so we can clean up our connections. Here you'll be able to meet more friends and family members on Emotion's channel as always. They're here as both a moderator and a gold member. So, Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, thank you for that super chat. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we'll put your channel up next. When we look at Sheena's Ketovore Life, I'm still getting to know this creator's channel, but what I'm going to do is actually take a longer video from you here, tips and tricks for weight loss, and I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That will give me something to watch afterwards. The thing behind putting channels on the screen here is that over a long period of time, I get to know channels better. Over weeks and months, I get to know content by watching videos and live streams and things like that. And then if you want to connect on the outside social networks, I always enjoy getting to know creators. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. Anybody can reach out anytime. Paralife TV. Your everyday wheelchair ninja is coming up, and it's ironic. They dropped a super chat. I'm putting their channel up. I accidentally spun the wheel and it picked them anyway. But Paralife TV's here with 1,450 subscribers. This is Shane, and this creator. The featured channel today was the Jay Jordan, who brings us fitness on their channel all the time. I've caught them many times for live streams where they're literally working out while I'm sitting and watching. Sometimes doing cardio, sometimes doing push-ups, always motivating. And then Paralife TV does a lot of fitness on their channel as well. Now, that's not what it's based on. It's basically based on the idea of, they says on his banner, believe, commit, and achieve. So obviously wants to be inspiring. But actually that comes through from Shane in a few different ways. So he gives us a perspective, or a look at his perspective, life through his eyes, right? Life in a wheelchair, let's just say. And then as well, he does a lot of how-to videos on his channel. So there's often two things to learn at once here. And that's what really impressed me about the channel more than anything else, is that Shane has got so much motivation for others to share, or is so motivating is a better way to put it, right? And I have literally sat and watched this creator work out while I eat snacks and drink other horrible things and things like that. But hopefully I'll take some inspiration from Shane at some point. But he does a great job of keeping up with the chat and is out there supporting other creators as well. When I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams, I run into them frequently. Let me just see what we're going to do here. We're going to spin the wheel. Thank you one more time for your super chat, Paralife TV. I really do appreciate that. And Child Please, I appreciate it from you both. And let's see what Nikki D's Music and More has got going on. They've actually got 2 channels. We'll look at both of those. They're very close in subscriber numbers. Nikki D Music and More has 158 right now. They're going to bring us music, shorts, and more, as they say right here. Now, they got a lot of videos. I see I'm behind. They actually did a bunch of stuff just yesterday, but I'm going to take this 20-minute replay, and I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That was just for watch hours more than anything else. But they've got a lot of shorts here as well. They've chopped up their video into lots of playlists, which is great. Nikki D Official is the original channel from this creator, and they've got another 137 subscribers over here. So I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther on this channel. More variety here as well, more shorts, more of everything, and hopefully everybody will enjoy that. Nikki D from Nikki D Official has been an incredibly supportive creator for a long time. Yeah, Paralife TV. But Shane's allowed. He says, hey, he does the same when the Jay Jordan works out, but then at some point Shane gets moving and starts working out. I don't. Not nearly as much as I ever should. I don't even mean to make it sound like I actually do, because I don't. So maybe someday. I think maybe I'm trying to motivate myself in some way by speaking out loud and bring on some guilt for not actually being a little bit healthier than I certainly could be. But maybe one of these days we'll take care of that. Let me just see what I did here. Nikki D Music and More. Let me add another name to the wheel. If there's anybody still listening or watching, I've got time for 1 or 2 more channels. I don't know if Cliff Hefner's still in the house. Derek's Journey's coming up right now. We'll see what they've got going on. Like I said, they've got a few different channels. So first of all, Derek's Journey wants to motivate us with fitness, but he gives us a great look at his family life behind the channel. They take us on a lot of adventures. Lately, they've been doing a ton of product reviews, actually, and they take us to different destinations. He does a great job of collaborating with other creators and drawing in a lot of inspiration where creators are creating a series of videos together. Now, I'm just going to take your latest sports energy drink challenge or taste test video. I'm just putting that into my catch-up list, and that will help me catch up with that a little bit. Oh my dear goodness, all that fluff and stuff. I can't think anything worse than exercise. Derek's Journey is fully monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. A lot of featured channels on their front page, but what you'll notice here is Balance Breakers is a brand new channel from Derek's Journey. So 17 subscribers here. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. I'm just going to grab the latest video, put that in my catch-up list, so I can catch up a little bit with that. And then the second channel that we see here is You Never Know with Jeannie and Jaden. This is another couple of the family members behind Derek's Journey, and they've broken off into a second channel where they promise to bring us more variety along with the fitness challenges that we know and love from Derek's Journey. So I'm just spinning the wheel. I should have taken Derek's Journey off of there. They're going to get picked again. And then Charlene Heel is on the wheel right now. We'll see what she's got going on both of her channels as well. I'm going to drop the link one more time for the raid that we're going to go and do for Emotions channel. And anybody can hop over there anytime. We're all going to go raid together in a couple of minutes. I will leave this live stream running for an extra few minutes. If you haven't already, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the way out and give Emotion, a thumbs up on the way in. Right now we're looking at Charlene Heal, and this creator brings us natural healing, coaching, and transformation on their first channel. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, put this into my catch-up list. They are fully monetized here, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Charlene Heal is a powerhouse of energy and positivity. She brings that everywhere she goes, not just here in Tuber Chat, but outside when I run into her supporting other creators as well. And then Conscious Business Services. Opportunities is coming up. This is the second channel from Charlene Heal, where she seeks to bring us the same natural healing, coaching, and transformation, along with opportunities to build wealth. So hopefully everybody will enjoy supporting her on both channels. And thank you everybody for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I see Hunting and Stuff with J&J coming in. You're just catching us at the very end of the live stream, but we're about to go over and visit Emotion. I've dropped a link, I've pinned it, and we're going to set the live redirect so that everybody can go and visit his Tiny Desk concert. We'll be able to meet more friends and family members while we're over there as well. Tomorrow's going to be a very late stream for Tuber Chat, many hours later than today, and I will reset the time to a more accurate prediction when I get closer, but please set your notification, or especially have our notification bell on. I'll look forward to seeing everybody hopefully tomorrow. And the Bullock Experience, good to see you here again. Thank you for coming in. You're just catching us at the end. We're going over to see Emotion right now, so hopefully everybody will come over and we'll meet more friends and family members over there. Thanks everyone. Bye bye.